All right, first one. Am I the asshole for confronting my wife for buying my birthday gift with my money?
What?
My wife and I have been married 2 years. I recently noticed after reviewing bank statements that she's been buying my birthday gifts with my money for the past 2 years. I didn't notice this the first year since it was not very expensive. We have a shared account to pay bills, but then we also have individual credit debit cards for personal expenses. She's an authorized user on my credit card, but she'll only use it if I ask her to buy something for me, such as work clothes. She bought me a Rolex watch this year for my birthday, and I felt bad since I didn't get her anything nearly as expensive for a birthday gift, and I told her she shouldn't have. I also wondered how she could afford it unless she's been saving. She said she wanted to do something nice for me, and she knew I liked it. One day I was attempting to buy a coffee before heading to work, and my card was declined. I called the bank, and they told me that they blocked the purchase. After reviewing the online statement, it does show the watch on my account. I talked to my wife about it, and she said I thought I used the shared account. I must have pulled out the wrong card by accident, and that she was sorry. I told her to return it because it's unnecessary expense, and she told me, just keep it. You can afford it. I know you wanted one anyway. Please appreciate me wanting to do something nice for you. Is he the asshole for telling her not to spend his money on his birthday gift?
This is so, like, I cannot relate to some of these posts at all because I can't even picture myself in this situation where, like, your partner of presumably a long time, they didn't say how long, like, you don't have an understanding already of how to handle these situations. Like, that's what's clear to me. They aren't on the same line of communication. Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm. So it says they've been married 2 years, but presumably they've been together longer than that, I would think. But
and they've never kind of discussed how to manage or co-manage finances.
Well, that's like is that the kind of thing you have to discuss, or is it just you think it goes without saying that you don't spend someone else's money on their gift?
I think we live in our situation in a very different context than some other people, including like when I think of older people like our parents' age. Some people have grown up in a different situation where the understanding is that if one person doesn't work or makes way less, they just get the money of the other person, and that's part of the understanding. It's not something that like I have much, or I don't have any experience in that, so it's hard for me to say like in that situation what should happen, but it is a trickier one, and I think it's up to those two people to communicate in advance of issues like this what their understanding is.
So that's totally fair. I agree with you. I feel like we're starting off with an easy one in the sense that, like, clearly it is not okay just to spend someone to, without their knowledge, use someone else's money to buy their birthday gift for them. And then also sort of pretending after it was like a mistake when I think it's pretty clear it wasn't. But
how is a Rolex a mistake? Like, well, this is significantly expensive. I know she says she put it on the wrong card, but that seems like a pretty...
Yeah, no. She is suggesting the mistake was using his account as opposed to hers. But then...
Is her account...
Then you remedy the situation by her then just, you know...
Oh, good point.
Repaying the funds.
Her saying, my mistake, let me just transfer those.
Clearly, she just wanted to use his money to, like, her nice thing. Her gift to him is... spending his money in a way he won't spend it on himself. That's not a very good gift, is it?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I'm trying to look at it from both sides as I always do. I apologize for being annoying.
All the time.
If it were me, this would be completely unacceptable. Like if you just took money from my bank account and spent it on a gift for me and said happy birthday, and then I look and I realize you used 100% of my funds just to buy it, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? But that's us in our situation. Yeah.
And I appreciate you adding the nuance. Like it probably is kind of an awkward thing or something you at least need to be the same page on when you only have one person in a couple, you know, making money for the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how does money end up in the hands of that other person so you don't end up in a situation where it's like one of them is asking the other for money to buy that person a birthday present.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand. And I grew up, I guess, in a sense, in a situation where this made sense. Like my dad was the only person making money for the most part. So the family money, everything spent on us and food was as a result of my dad's employment. And so my mother would get money from him. But I don't think it was like, I need $500 for your birthday, you know, next week. Please give that to me. So that's not how it worked. I don't think.
Well, I guess we don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't really know, but that's a good question. I just know my dad as a person is very lax. Like, he's not like worried or thinking or like nickeling and diming so I don't really know.
But in a couple, like there's a reasonable way of, I don't know, but it seems so awkward to me, the idea of having to like pay your partner an allowance, but like there must be some.
This happens. We're just completely ignorant to it because we don't live in this world. And I've always grown up this way where I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to rely on anyone else's money. And I'm not just going to give my partner money just for the sake of it because I have more.
Yeah, but my parents too. Like my dad worked, and my mom, after she had kids,
so what happened?
Stopped working.
How did he get birthday presents from your mom?
Maybe they just had a joint account, and
but the joint account was ultimately funded by his money, presumably, right?
Yeah, we should be careful though. Like I have a lot of respect for
assumptions. Yes,
stay-at-home parents.
I know, which is why I'm saying like it's hard for us to understand this circumstance because we're not in the situation where maybe she did choose to not make as much or give up a career so she could, be a resource for the family. I don't know. Now it's more complicated. Do you see? There's layers to this one.
Well, let's just move on.
I'm not buying you a Rolex or myself a Rolex, though. Put it that way. That's crazy.